Hey there, bookworms and aspiring philosophers, welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. His Stoic philosophy offers profound insights on living a virtuous life, surprisingly relevant to our modern challenges. Let's explore the top 10 lessons from this classic work. Marcus Aurelius, despite being a Roman emperor, understood that true power lies not in controlling the world around us, but in mastering ourselves. He constantly reminds us that much of life is outside our control. The weather, the economy, other people's opinions, these are all like the tide, ebbing and flowing, completely indifferent to our desires. By accepting what we can't control, we free ourselves to focus on what we can, our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. Imagine you're a ship captain caught in a storm. You can't calm the waves or change the wind, but you can adjust your sails and steer your ship. Remember, the Stoics believed that our inner world is the one domain where we are truly free. Alright, so we've talked about controlling what we can, but what about all that stuff that happens all the time that we just can't do anything about? The Stoics, including our main man, Marcus Aurelius, had a way of looking at life that can seem kind of, harsh at first. They believed in something called the Logos, which you can think of as the natural order of the universe. Think of it like this. There's a rhythm to life, a constant cycle of birth, growth, decay, and renewal. We see it in nature, in the changing seasons, the rise and fall of empires, and yes, even in the stock market. And just like you wouldn't shake your fist at the sky for a rainy day, the Stoics believed we shouldn't waste energy resisting the natural flow of events. Instead of resisting what is, they encourage us to practice acceptance. This acceptance, as difficult as it can be, is often the first step to finding peace and moving forward. Okay, so we've talked about controlling our reactions and accepting what we can't control. But what should we focus our energy on? Well, for Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics, the answer was clear: living a virtuous life. Now, when you hear the word virtue, you might think of it as an old-fashioned concept, something out of a Victorian novel. But for the Stoics, virtue wasn't about being prim and proper. It was about aligning your life with reason and living in accordance with nature. The Stoics identified 4 key virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Wisdom is about seeking knowledge and making sound judgments. Justice is about treating others fairly and with respect. Courage is about standing up for what you believe in and facing your fears head-on. Okay, I know what you're thinking. John, you're bringing up death. This is supposed to be a self-help video. But hear me out, because this Stoic idea, known as Memento Mori, which literally translates to remember that you will die, is actually a powerful tool for living a better life. The Stoics believe that by reflecting on our mortality, we gain a clearer perspective on what truly matters. Alright, let's be real for a second. Nobody likes facing challenges. Whether it's a difficult client, a financial setback, or a creative block, obstacles have a way of throwing a wrench in our plans and testing our patience. But here's the thing. The Stoics, including our boy Marcus Aurelius, believed that challenges are an inevitable part of life. In fact, they saw them as opportunities for growth. Think of it this way. Imagine a muscle. It doesn't get stronger by lifting light weights, right? It needs resistance. It needs to be pushed to its limits. Challenges, as tough as they are, force us to adapt, to learn new skills, and to develop resilience. So the next time you're facing a challenge, instead of getting discouraged, try to reframe it as an opportunity. We live in a world obsessed with validation. From social media likes to performance reviews, it often feels like we're constantly seeking approval from others. But here's the thing, the Stoics, including our wise friend Marcus Aurelius, believe that true contentment comes not from external validation, but from living in accordance with our own values. When we tie our self-worth to the opinions of others, we give them the power to control our emotions. The Stoics understood that true freedom comes from within. It's about defining our own values, setting our own standards, and living authentically, even when it means going against the grain. The only validation that truly matters is the validation we give ourselves. Live in the present. Our minds are expert time travelers. We dwell on past mistakes, we worry about future uncertainties, and in the process we often miss out on the beauty and fullness of the present moment. The Stoics, including our mindful mentor Marcus Aurelius, believed that true peace and happiness are found not in some distant past or future, but in the here and now. The past is gone, we can't change it. The future is uncertain, we can't control it. The only thing we truly have is this present moment. It's easy to feel disconnected in today's world. We're bombarded with news of conflict, division, and polarization. But the Stoics, including our compassionate comrade Marcus Aurelius, believed in something radical, the interconnectedness of all humanity. We all share the same planet, we breathe the same air, and we all experience the same basic human emotions. The Stoics called this shared humanity cosmopolitanism, and they believed it was the key to living a more harmonious and fulfilling life. Recognizing our shared humanity is essential for cultivating empathy, compassion, and a sense of belonging. Our minds are amazing things. They allow us to analyze information, solve problems, and create incredible works of art. But our minds can also be our own worst enemies. We overthink situations, we dwell on the negative, and we create worst-case scenarios that rarely come true. The Stoics, including our clear-headed companion Marcus Aurelius, understood the dangers of overthinking. They believed that true peace of mind comes not from endlessly analyzing every detail, but from accepting what is and focusing on what we can control. So, how do we escape the hamster wheel of overthinking? The Stoics offered several practical strategies. We live in a culture of excess. We're constantly bombarded with messages telling us we need more stuff, more experiences, more. But the Stoics, including our minimalist mentor Marcus Aurelius, believed that true happiness is found not in accumulating possessions or chasing after fleeting pleasures, but in simplifying our lives and focusing on what truly matters. The Stoics weren't advocating for extreme asceticism. They understood that we need certain material things to survive and thrive. But they also recognized that true contentment comes not from the quantity of our possessions, but from the quality of our lives. So, how do we simplify our lives in a world that seems determined to complicate them? It starts with examining our values and priorities. That's it for our whirlwind tour of Stoic wisdom. I hope you found these lessons from Marcus Aurelius's as insightful and relevant as I do. Remember, the Stoics believed that philosophy wasn't just an intellectual exercise, it was a practical guide to living a better life. And even though Marcus Aurelius lived centuries ago, the wisdom he shared in his personal journal still resonates today. So the next time you're facing a challenge, feeling overwhelmed, or just need a little reminder to focus on what truly matters, remember the Stoics. They're here for you, even if it's just through the pages of a book. Thanks for watching. If you found these lessons insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on personal growth and philosophy. See you in the next video.